Hello and a very warm welcome to the climax of the 2018 badminton season. We're in the bustling metropolis of Guangzhou in southern China for the HSBC BWF World Tour finals. And this is a city that really is a mix of ancient and modern, can trace its roots back more than 2,000 years, and certainly this week we're going to see some sporting history made inside the Tianhe Gym, where we are part of a huge complex in the city's central business district, seating for around 10,000 passionate fans. You can hear the introductory music, you can see all the lights. It really is a dramatic venue. And a big crowd in here already, waiting to soak up all the drama to come. Here's where we've been, here's where we are. Obviously the tour dominated by Asia. We're in Guangzhou, which is around about an hour north of Hong Kong by air, or a couple of hours south of Shanghai in a plane, depending on which direction you're coming from. City that boasts a population of around about 13 million. It is the third biggest in the country after Shanghai and Beijing. Fitting venue for this magnificent tournament, and here is what they are playing for. The trophy based on the famous Canton Tower, and plenty of prize money as well. $1.5 million US in total this week. Here's how it breaks down in terms of the format. So the group stages, the top 8 in each category have qualified here, 2 groups of 4 in each. We began that yesterday, it continues today, and then tomorrow will be the final group matches. The top 2 in each group will qualify for the semi-finals. That's on Saturday when we go down to single court coverage, and then the prizes, the trophies and the money dished out on Sunday, finals day. You can see the court officials just coming into the arena. Here's what's coming up for you today. We've got LIAO and Su against AHSAN and SETIAWAN up first. Now, both pairs lost yesterday, so the pressure's really on there. Then we'll see world champion Kento Momota sublime in his opener, and he's up against a talented Thai youngster, Kantafon Wangcharawan. Zheng and Huang are the world #1s in the mixed doubles, so Go and Lai will have their work cut out, especially after defeat yesterday. Women's doubles action follows that, and something has to give with both Matsumoto and Nagahara and Lee and Shin coming in off the back of easy victories. And our climax is a fascinating women's singles when Chen Yufei battles the experienced Canadian Michelle Lee. There is a second session, of course, later on today, and that's the running order for that. You can see we've got everything covered. Men's and women's singles, men's and women's doubles, and the mixed. We'll see Gideon and Sukamuljo there, who won the Male Player of the Year, or Players of the Year, in the awards a couple of days ago, presented here. Paul Hand will be your commentator for the evening session. Backstage shots, a few nerves around, no doubt. It wouldn't be natural if they weren't. Although, to be fair, all 4 players in our opening match are very experienced. Andra SETIAWAN is 34. There's Su and LIAO. Well, here's how we stand in the men's doubles, and as I mentioned in my introduction, you can see that LIAO and Su, AHSAN, SETIAWAN playing catch-up after both lost yesterday and both in straight games. So Chen and Wang and Endo and Watanabe lead the way in Group B of the men's doubles section. We've hit 0. And that means the action is imminent. They'll introduce the players on court #1 first. We have 2 courts in play until tomorrow, and then Saturday and Sunday we go to single court coverage. You can watch every single game live with us, and no point going anywhere. So the men's singles match that's about to commence on court one. Players are out there, as you can see, so it means that our gladiators will follow in just a few moments' time. Here we go. And the loser of this match, well, it's probably curtains, so there really is an awful lot at stake here. Indonesian pair of AHSAN and SETIAWAN. Just the second meeting, LIAO and Su won their contest at the All England Open in Birmingham back at the start of the year.
Receive, receive. Yeah, receive. Service. Yeah. Which side? Okay. Good luck.
Oh, good to see them in such good humour. Like to see smiling sportsmen. It's a serious business, but there's got to be a lighter side to it. Let's have a look in detail then at our four protagonists here in this opening match on day two, on court two. SETIAWAN, former Olympic gold medalist way back in 2008, partnering Marcus Kido back then with doubles. This pair won their first title together way back in 2013. That was the Malaysian Open. They split up briefly a couple of years ago, now back together. As you can see, 34 years young, SETIAWAN. And his partner, Mohamed AHSAN, is 3 years his junior. They are ranked 9. They were 6th in the top 8, the race to Guangzhou. And this year, they took down the Singapore Open, and they've won 11 other titles together. Prize money in 2018, around about 40,000 US. And a very decent record of 39 victories in their 53 matches. Went down rather limply yesterday in just half an hour to Endo and Watanabe. So they need to redress the balance somewhat. Su Qingheng, who together with LIAO reached the final in Chinese Taipei a couple of months ago. See their ranking, they're 14 in the world, but they were 3rd in the race to Guangzhou. That was a good effort. They just were caught a bit short yesterday, losing in straight games. A little bit of history with these two as we look at LIAO. They won the Dutch Open last year. They have won 3 other challenge titles. And prize money in 2018, just under 40,000 US. So pretty similar record, really. They put up a better showing than their opponents yesterday, but Chen and Wang had too much for them in the end. Lost in straight games in 39 minutes. So victory for both essential if they want to keep a realistic chance alive of qualifying. Jakob Simberg from Denmark is in the chair. And our service judge, Dheeraj Gunidri from Mauritius.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Mohamed AHSAN, Hendra SETIAWAN, Indonesia. And on my left, Su Cheng-hen, Yao Min-jun, Chinese Taipei. Mohammed AHSAN to serve to Yao Min-jun. Love all. Play.
So AHSAN will serve first. He liked the return he got right in the slot. Well, that was nicely done and cleverly done by LIAO. So much is tactical in doubles. You see a lot of the jump smashes and all of that power, but you can manipulate your opponents into a certain area of the court. It's a good lead. You can capitalize potentially.
2-1. 3-1.
So important to start well after disappointment of yesterday. A little bit of lack of communication there. Well, if that's what we're in for the next hour or so, no one's going to complain. Especially considering that they almost lost the point very early in the rally. Both were about to leave the shuttle to each other. It's a bit early for tricks like that, isn't it? Just 11:15 local time, and already we're nearing 10 on the entertainment scale. Look at that. Now you see it, now you don't. There's the old 360-degree turn.
5-1.
And even better because it helped them the point. Started off on fire.
6-1.
Liao Su. Too quick and too good. Su anticipating perfectly at the net. Did start off very slowly yesterday, AHSAN and SETIAWAN against Endo and Watanabe. 21-4 in the opening game. The second game was closer. But they're playing catch-up again today.
2-7.
Good work at the net by SETIAWAN. Very late decision, and that doesn't often work. Probably played that from no more than, what, 30 centimeters above the floor. Gonna leave it, gonna leave it, gonna leave it. Last minute decision. Rarely works. Terrific stuff again. Very quick hands from Mohammed AHSAN. Too much for LIAO that time.
4-8.
Yeah, that was absolutely excellent play from AHSAN. Sorry, from SETIAWAN, I beg your pardon.
8.
Set that up brilliantly. So a little mini fight back going on here. Great defense. AHSAN 4 or 5 blocks in succession, and in the end, the opponent lost patience. 8. Well worth a high five. Just a couple of points behind now. Yeah, that was meat and drink, really.
7, 8.
Popped up at a perfect height. Relatively straightforward put away.
7. Service over.
Disappointment
9.
wrote large
7.
across Setiawan's face. It was only halfway up the net.
Service over.
Gifted it straight back though
8.
with a service error.
9.
It was long.
Service over. 10, 8. Service over.
Well, it was excellent deception, wasn't it?
9, 10.
The serve had him fooled there.
10.
Su
All.
always struggling.
Service over. 11, 10.
Well, that was good. And so it means LIAO and Su will have a slender lead at the mid-game break.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds. Eleven, 10.
So Su serving. That's an excellent shot from LIAO. Little snap backhand from the back of the
10.
court.
Service over.
Shake of the head
11,
from Su
12.
Jingheng. Knew that was long as soon as he struck it, I fancy. So still nip and tuck in this opening game. What an angle. That's a really clever shot.
13.
Terrific from Su.
Service over. 12-13.
It's been good at the net, Sue, today. I think by his own high standards yesterday, he would have been a little
14,
disappointed,
12.
but neither he nor LIAO really clicked, as we know they can. A little bit of good fortune.
15-12.
Could easily come back the other way, but a 3-point gap now. That's twice.
Service over.
I feel they've maybe,
13,
even though they're ahead,
15.
gifted AHSAN and SETIAWAN a few points rather cheaply. Well, anything you can do. That was almost as good an angle as we saw from Sue a few moments ago.
15. All.
Short serve work to treat. Now, nothing to separate these two. Always had the look of a match that was going to be tight. It's awkward, it was right in at his body, and
16,
Sue just couldn't
15.
get his racket arm free to ride that into court. So having trailed for
17,
pretty much the whole of this game,
15.
AHSAN and SETIAWAN have themselves a little advantage towards the business end.
Service over.
It's great footwork actually by AHSAN in that rally.
16,
Get out the
17.
way of the shuttle with his body so he could free his arm. Didn't work in the end. Yeah, he was in trouble off the serve. It was LIAO.
18,
Always playing catch up in the point after that.
service
Oh,
over.
they'll be sick about that.
17,
Worked so hard to win the
18.
previous point, now has gifted it back. Great defense from the Taipei pair. Is still playing it. Tell you what, the roof will come off if they win the point here. Oh, what a pity from their point of view. Fantastic rally though. .55 shots. I wonder they need a bit of a breather after that.
Ready? Mohammed, please stand up. 19-17. Play.
Too good in the end. That was Sue with the smash from fairly close proximity.
19. Service over.
And that winner
20.
from the back of the court
18.
from Mahendra SETIAWAN gives AHSAN and SETIAWAN game point. And there it is. It was a pretty quick game. It was hugely entertaining, though.
First game won by Mohammed.
Some really eye-catching rallies, but 21-18. SETIAWAN and AHSAN are in front.
Nettingnya aja. Nah kalau disodok itu nggak boleh kencang-kencang, saya belok aja turun, tapi turun, nggak boleh kencang, turun dulu. Kalau bisa kencang nggak apa-apa, kalau nggak turun. Ya satu, kedua serangannya sih itu kan maju ke depan, teknik tuh, ya nggak. Jadi sebenarnya biasa aja, jangan takut. Karena dulu kali bisa pas ke dianya aja, lewatin itu aja. Kalau silang dia maju dikit, tengah aja dulu situ. Ya jangan maksa terlalu kencang-kencang, terus ada chopnya dulu setengah-setengah dulu.
动作没有衔接，有时候要快一点。不要玩的时候只要玩就没有就没有，因为你是他们那种手真的会硬会软，到时候你在跟的时候没有这种球变急一点，不然想说他走都硬的给你。刚才这样顶就对了，站好顶都还有机会，但是你转侧身的时候他闪的时候，他的血会放下来，就是会被他们跟上。Ini siap kiri ya. Jangan sampai pas.
Kalau misalnya udah noto-noto gitu, yang satu siap itunya.
Siap
ya.
Kanan ke. Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds. Second game. Level. Late.
So playing catch up. In this match are LIAO and Sue. Remember, they started the first game like an absolute train. They were
1 love.
5-love, 6-7-1 up, 1 point. AHSAN and SETIAWAN pulled it back. Oh, that's an absolute peach of a shot. You could see just from the body language of AHSAN, he was expecting that to come back with extreme power.
2 love.
Very clever.
Service over.
Well, a few service errors this match so far.
Sorry.
There's another one. going to be long.
2-0. Three, two.
Yeah, beautifully done. SETIAWAN at his absolute best. Might be 34, but he still moves wonderfully well around the court.
4-2. Five, two. You okay?
SETIAWAN really starting to come into his own here. He's serving. That was the commentator's curse.
3-5. Service over.
Got to say that
3.
AHSAN and SETIAWAN's defensive play, up to now at least, has been better than their opponents. Blocked brilliantly against the power of LIAO in particular.
Okay. Light.
Difficult when you're so close to the net and the shuttle comes at that kind of a height. A little bit towards his body as well, made it awkward. Once again, very quick to see the opportunity, AHSAN.
8-3. Service over.
Well, they needed that point,
8.
LIAO and Su. Just to break the stranglehold a little bit, but they're still in a very precarious position
Service over.
in this game and therefore in the match.
9-4. Service over. 5-9.
Got it. And immediately challenged. I have to say the first impression was it might have been wide, but Hawkeye's going to tell us. First time we've needed the technology in this match. Called in. This will be mighty tight. Yeah, just looked like it was wide on first impressions. So that'll get reversed. And they'll keep the challenge. Each pair gets 2 challenges per game.
6,
And if you're correct, then you don't lose it.
play.
Yeah, that's really good play. It's great dovetailing. It was Mohamed AHSAN who hit the winner, but just before that, SETIAWAN had forced a block that came at a perfect height at mid-court. If they could take an 11-6 lead into the mid-game interval,
10-6.
they would be extremely happy. (11-6) it is, and at the moment AHSAN and SETIAWAN are completely in control.
Kalau misalnya enak, boleh dorong ke orang lagi sana sekali. Ya kalau misalnya enak atur aja. Tapi kalau misalnya enak tuh dorongin sana lagi aja. Ya, sama kalau serangannya sabar lagi serangannya. Kalau misalnya bola yang
抓紧起龙掌，就是你拨的那个你不要站进去，因为你站进去两边动作出来，你到不宁愿你先猜出来，不管是你拨或是推都一样，就是站两个，对两个都要一起。对对讲那个记住你要，
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds. Shoot, ready. Eleven, 6. Play.
So LIAO and Su need to do something about this scoreline and do it quickly. Otherwise this match is going to drift away from them very swiftly. Oh, that's magnificent. That really is. There were some terrific angles in the rally preceding that. Wonderful, deceptive shot. And sometimes, amidst all the power hitting, a little bit of subtlety can win the day.
12-6.
Could be wrong. I think that's the first time they've changed the shuttle in this match. Certainly in this game. They're just winning the battle tactically at the moment, the Indonesians. Jeez, he hit that hard.
14-6.
An apology, he wasn't hitting it at his opponent per se, but still surprised by the force of it, I think, Su. Can't do anything right at the moment, LIAO and Su. Even their decision-making has gone awry. Well, there's a little statement of intent from Su. I mean, still a glum-looking scoreline, but just evidence that they've got plenty of talent on the other side of the net.
7-15.
And if you can get a little run of points going, it doesn't take that long. for things to turn around, but obviously still big underdogs, the score the way it is. Haven't seen Liao get into that kind of position too often in the match, because AHSAN and SETIAWAN have kept him away from there. I think he almost got there too soon then, Sue. Like he almost kind of ran past the shuttle a little bit.
16,
have a look.
9.
Well, maybe that was being a bit unfair. It might have been almost past him before he made some kind of contact. It's more off the frame than the strings.
Service over. 10-16.
They have punished that serve on a very regular basis.
17-10. Service over. (11-17).
Well, still in there fighting, but the odd moment of magic is not going to be enough. Well, a prolonged fist pump from Sue tells you that he still thinks the comeback's possible. He's got to believe that, him and his partner. Still the hard work. I heard the groans around the auditorium there. As how on earth did Liao and Sue keep the point alive, first of all? One on the deck, one off balance. And then the miscue.
Service over. 13.
A little careless. Shouldn't matter in all likelihood, but you never know.
Service over.
Rather symptomatic of
19,
the display from
13.
Liao and Sue today. I think they would be the first to admit too many errors. AHSAN and SETIAWAN have pretty much outplayed them every aspect of the game. And now they have 7 match points.
20, match point 13. Service over. 14-20.
Well, it was very comfortable, both in the scoreline and the actual way the match went. Sometimes scorelines can be misleading. Not this time, though. It's a big win for AHSAN and SETIAWAN. And you have to think now that Liao and Sue, chances of qualifying, very remote indeed. But AHSAN and SETIAWAN have put themselves right back in contention with that victory. This was the final point. He's such an imposing figure at the net, and SETIAWAN. So just 32 minutes on court. AHSAN and SETIAWAN win 21-18, 21-14.